Evolution. From single-celled organisms to complex beings like ourselves, we're all products of this relentless process of adaptation and change. But what if I told you that somewhere along the way humans decided to rewrite the rules of the game? For millions of years, our ancestors played by the traditional evolutionary playbook. They were small and hairy, foraging for food and trying not to become dinner for larger predators. How did we, a species that once cowered in fear of saber-toothed cats, become the dominant force on Earth? The answers lie in the unique path our ancestors forged. The traditional view of evolution emphasizes competition. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and only the fittest survive. While this is undoubtedly true, it only tells part of the story, especially when it comes to humans. Our ancestors discovered that cooperation could be just as powerful, if not more so, than competition. Think about the challenges our ancestors faced: hunting large prey, defending themselves against predators, and raising their vulnerable offspring. These were not tasks that could be easily accomplished by individuals acting alone. They required teamwork, communication, and a shared understanding of the task at hand. Our ancestors learned that by pooling their resources, knowledge, and skills, they could overcome obstacles that would have been insurmountable for individuals. This spirit of collaboration became a defining characteristic of our species. It allowed us to not only survive, but to thrive in a world full of dangers. Imagine a group of our early ancestors gathered around a fire, sharing stories and laughter. This simple act of socializing, of connecting with one another, played a crucial role in our evolutionary success. By forming social bonds and sharing knowledge, our ancestors were able to adapt to changing environments and outcompete other species. Knowing where to find food, how to avoid predators, and which plants are edible could mean the difference between life and death. By sharing this vital information with each other, our ancestors created a collective intelligence that was far greater than the sum of its parts. This cultural inheritance became a powerful engine for innovation, allowing us to build upon the achievements of previous generations. It's why humans, unlike any other species, can be found living in virtually every corner of the globe. Communication. It's the cornerstone of human civilization. From the whispers of lovers to the pronouncements of presidents, language shapes our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Our closest living relatives, chimpanzees, can communicate using a limited range of vocalizations and gestures, but their communication pales in comparison to the complexity and expressiveness of human language. We can weave intricate narratives, share abstract ideas, and discuss events from the distant past or the far future. This ability to communicate complex information with such precision allowed our ancestors to coordinate their actions with unprecedented accuracy. They could plan elaborate hunting strategies, warn each other of impending dangers, and share knowledge that was essential for survival. This linguistic prowess gave them a decisive advantage in the struggle for survival. Language allowed us to create shared realities, to weave together intricate tapestries of myths, beliefs, and values that gave meaning and purpose to our lives. Storytelling. It's more than just entertainment. It's a fundamental part of what makes us human. From ancient myths and legends to modern novels and films, stories have the power to transport us to other worlds, to evoke powerful emotions, and to shape our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Our ancestors understood the power of stories. Around flickering campfires, they wove tales of brave hunters, wise elders, and mischievous spirits. These stories, passed down from generation to generation, served not only to entertain but also to educate, to instill values, and to strengthen social bonds. Stories allow us to imagine things that don't exist, to conceive of possibilities beyond our immediate reality. This capacity for imagination, for abstract thought, is what allowed us to develop language, art, religion, and ultimately, civilization itself. Let's face it, humans are a cooperative species. We live in large, complex societies that require a high degree of cooperation and coordination. But cooperation on this scale doesn't come naturally. It requires shared beliefs, values, and norms that can bind us together as a society. This is where myths come in. Myths are stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves. They may or may not be true, but they serve a vital function. They provide us with a shared sense of identity, meaning, and purpose. They tell us who we are, where we came from, and what's important to us. Myths can be religious, secular, national, or cultural. They can be stories about gods, heroes, or ordinary people. But regardless of their content, myths serve as a kind of social glue, binding us together and providing a framework for cooperation. The agricultural revolution, a Faustian bargain. For millions of years, our ancestors lived as hunter-gatherers, roaming the land in search of food. It was a challenging lifestyle, but it was also a relatively egalitarian one. But around 10,000 years ago, something remarkable happened. We started farming. The agricultural revolution, as it's known, was a turning point in human history. It led to settled communities, larger populations, and the rise of cities and civilizations, but it also came at a cost. Farming required long hours of backbreaking labor, and it made us dependent on a handful of crops and animals. This dependence on agriculture made us vulnerable to droughts, floods, and pests. It also led to social hierarchies, as some individuals and groups amassed more land and resources than others. From stone tools to smartphones, the exponential leap. From the simple tools of our Stone Age ancestors to the sophisticated technology of the 21st century, human ingenuity has been a driving force in our evolution. Our ability to invent, innovate, and adapt has allowed us to overcome countless challenges and transform our world in unimaginable ways. The pace of technological innovation has been accelerating at an exponential rate. It took tens of thousands of years for humans to progress from simple stone tools to the invention of the wheel. But in the past few centuries, we've witnessed an explosion of technological advancements, from the printing press to the internet to artificial intelligence. This rapid pace of innovation is a testament to our unique ability to learn from each other, build upon previous discoveries, and imagine new possibilities. It's this capacity for cumulative cultural evolution that has allowed us to achieve things that would have been unimaginable to our ancestors. In the early days, human communities worked together to hunt, gather, and survive. They shared knowledge about the best hunting grounds, the most effective tools, and the safest shelters. The development of agriculture marked a significant turning point. It allowed humans to settle in one place, build communities, and develop new technologies. Ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans made incredible strides in engineering, mathematics, and medicine. Their innovations laid the groundwork for future advancements. The Renaissance period was another leap forward. It was a time of rediscovery, where art, science, and literature flourished. This era set the stage for the scientific revolution. The Industrial Revolution brought about unprecedented changes. Machines replaced manual labor, factories sprang up, and cities grew rapidly. This period saw the birth of modern industry and transportation. Today, we are in the midst of the digital age. Computers, smartphones, and the internet have transformed how we live, work, and communicate. Information is at our fingertips, and the world is more connected than ever before. As we look to the future, the possibilities seem endless. Advances in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and space exploration promise to take us to new heights. The exponential leap continues, driven by our insatiable curiosity and relentless pursuit of knowledge. The story of human progress is a testament to our potential. Each generation builds upon the achievements of the previous one, pushing the boundaries of what is possible. Our journey from stone tools to smartphones is just the beginning. The exponential leap is a journey that continues, fueled by our collective imagination and determination. The Anthropocene era masters of our own destiny. We live in an era that scientists are calling the Anthropocene, a time when human activity is the dominant force shaping the planet. From climate change to deforestation to plastic pollution, our impact on the Earth is undeniable. This newfound power over the planet is both exhilarating and terrifying. We have the ability to alter the very biosphere that sustains us, but we also have a responsibility to use that power wisely. The choices we make in the coming decades will determine the fate of our planet and all life on Earth. We need to embrace a more holistic worldview, one that recognizes the interconnectedness of all things. A new chapter in evolution, sharing the revelation. Human evolution is a story of defiance, of breaking free from the traditional evolutionary mold. We're not just products of our genes, but also of our cultures, our stories, and our imaginations. This realization is not just an interesting fact, it's a game changer. It means that we have a say in our own evolution. By understanding the forces that have shaped us, we can make conscious choices about the kind of future we want to create. We need to rewrite the textbooks, challenge old assumptions, and inspire a new generation of thinkers and doers. The future of our species, and indeed the planet, depends on it.